Yo, how's everyone doing? Happy Monday. And today, Tremor has finally arrived. This is kind of a special day for MK, if I'm gonna be honest, because he's the first DLC cameo, and he's also the first cameo to have three different variations, which is kind of insane, especially for Omni-Man, which I'm gonna talk about. Being able to open up people and just add different versatility. So, let's get into it.
TREMOR Kameo. Cage Mansion.
First off, let's talk about the reason why Tremor is so special. As you can see on the top left, he has Aftershock, Metallic, and Crystalline. And you can switch between all those variations by just tapping Cameo, or if you want to go in reverse, you just do down and Cameo, just to help mix up the options. First off, with Aftershock, he has a forward punch. He has a low, which has pretty good range if you see that. You can be around mid-range and just call it in. So that is pretty useful. He has an uppercut. And with this move, it's definitely a utility move between all characters. You can just do something like this with Liu Kang, and it's a launcher. Something like that. So that's a good move. Then next you have Metallic, and this one is the biggest options of all three of his variations and the most out of all cameos in the game. He has four. So he has forward lava, up lava, which is going to be like an anti-air move. Then he has the low ball, and if you hold it, it's an overhead. And with Crystalline, you have armor, which can take about, I think, 6 hits at max. And then he has forward cameo, which is like a reflective wall, but it can also hit the opponent like a punch. So definitely very useful. Also, a huge thing to mention about Tremor is that when you change his variations, these are counted as ambush attacks, which, if you don't know, it means that when you're doing a string of some kind, you can switch them in. So using an ambush attack is just something that can jump right in while you're attacking the opponent, hence ambush. So if I'm doing Liu Kang's kicks, I can call in his next variation, and on top of that, I can instantly do it, but it will cost a full bar, and I'll show you right now. So regularly, if I just do the kick, call him in, you see that little flash of light? So if you tap it right as they're switching, you instantly can go into the attack that you would like, which is really good. So that's another thing I was trying to mention why he's special, and it's going to change up how you play with people online, because he has so many different variations, so many different moves, but he can also attack you and switch to his other variations mid combo and also execute the next new attack. Like, that just sounds insane. So I'm definitely gonna be having a lot of fun with him. I've played a few matches and I could see it. At first, switching between it's gonna be a little frustrating, but once you get it down, Tremor is going to be a problem. So definitely keep that in mind, that when you're attacking the opponent and you switch, also you can call in that and get instant armor if you do Crystalline, instant ball roll if you're using the Metallic version, just like that. So look at that, just like that. Very cool, really awesome. It's definitely gonna make the game a lot more fun, in my opinion. Hopefully they branch more on the cameos and let more people get these options, because this is really unique and really fun. But besides those basics of Tremor, let me break down his variations. So with Aftershock, his little forward punch, as you can see, it's pretty quick. I would say it comes out pretty fast, and it's negative on block, but it's really not that negative. I think it's around 5, -5. Let's see. Oh, whoops. Let's do block all. Yeah, -4. And honestly, that's not, you could really still, since it's so much pushback, it's still in your favor. So really good. The low is -12, but if you do it from far away, you should be okay for the most part. You know, if you do it up close, then you'll most likely get punished. His uppercut, as anyone would expect, is also negative, so you can definitely be a little careful with that one. Then for metallic, you have this mid with pushback, which is +4, not -4 like the other variation option. You have the anti-air, the roll ball, and the overhead. So I will have to say this might be my favorite variation of the three because it's so versatile with the overhead, the low, the anti-air, the mid with pushback. Like, you can go on and on with that, and it's just, you know, definitely gonna fit whatever play style you would like. But that one, I think as of right now, is probably my favorite. And then with the crystalline, so as I was saying earlier with the ambush and how you can call them out quickly, so you can, well, let's get back to crystalline. There you go. Actually, let me go reverse. Okay. So now I can call him in and instantly put on armor. So let me do that right now. Look at that. Instead of having to fully wait for him to spawn and put it on, you could, but it will cost a full bar meter. Always keep that in mind. Whatever ambush that you like variation you switch to and quickly do an attack, it's going to cost a full bar meter. So that's the drawback of it, because that's really good. And the final option within crystalline is this forward punch, and if you see, it kind of looks like a wall. It also is. It can deflect projectiles just like that. And if you're in a situation where you're getting overwhelmed and you're getting off the ground, you can also use this to get out of that situation. So let's see. Let's see. You see that? So when you're in that situation, you can wake up and get you out. So that is definitely the defensive option if you were feeling that for your character or the situation you're in. A lot of these variations are definitely situational, but my favorite one for sure is the metallic. But between all three of them, you have so many options, and I think it's just gonna be very interesting. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was with Omni-Man. I feel like he can open you up finally, because he's one of those characters that doesn't really open you up. He has a lot of plus frames and obviously good damage, but when it comes to trying to get you to move or, you know, throw an attack, it's definitely difficult. But with him and Tremor, now you have an overhead, you have a low, you have mid lava, you have anti, like there's so many options, right? Like being able to switch to this and just throw a projectile with the Omni-Man is truly just awesome. It just opens up the floor for so many things, you know? So my last and final thoughts on Tremor is that it's going to be fun. I wasn't really interested in him at first, just to be honest about it. But once they talked about the 3 variations, I was like, okay. And then they showed the options, and then I went to lab a little bit. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a fun addition to the game, and it's going to be interesting how people use them. And yeah, that's about it on everything that I've kind of learned about him so far. So if you enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like and comment. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.